This is the last section of the video for section part 4.1, and we're talking about odds. If any of you have gambled, read a research paper where odds were mentioned, understand the relationship of winning, losing, and that is what we have. We know a ratio is used, never a decimal, because that would be meaningless. And the ratio is reduced to lowest terms. The most common way to express a colon. So we have 3 out of 5, or 3 out of 5. So these distinctions give us a handle, but this is the most common. Never, and you can have numbers like 5, 2, because that's the way it is, 2, 3. And that means if we want the flip of the condition that we started with. So let's read what the publisher wants us to recognize as an odds. The actual odds against event A occurring are the ratio of probability of not the event over probability of the event. So that means two decimals or two fractions that we have, actually expressed in the form of A to B, where A and B are integers, very important integers. That means numbers that are not decimals, reduced using the largest common factor. The actual odds in favor of the event are the probability of A over the probability of not A, which is a reciprocal of the actual odds against the event. If the odds against the event are A to B, then the odds in favor are B to A. Payoff odds against event A occurring are the ratio of net profits, if you win, to the amount bet. Payoff odds against event A are net profit to amount bet. All right. So let's see if we can make sense. And in the homework, I only have at the most 2 problems, and that's to give you exposure. So a modified roulette wheel has 36 slots. Better write it correctly so you all understand that I do know the procedure. One slot is 0 and another double 0, and the others are numbered 1 through 34, respectively. You are placing a bet that the outcome is an even number. These are zeros are neither even or odd. It is so the 0 and double 0 are not included. The probability of winning. Okay, so we want the probability of winning, and the probability of winning is going to be the cardinality of even numbers over the cardinality of our roulette wheel. Well, we need the cardinality of even numbers. Well, the sets are 2, 4, 6, 8, because remember the 0 is not included, 10, etc., till we reach 34. So that would make it 17. All right, so we have 17. So then we can write our probability as 17 over 36, because they want a fraction. All right, so we got that one. What is the actual odds against winning? Against winning. So we want the odds against winning. Okay, so that means that we want the probability of not A to the probability of A. All right, so let's look at that now. The probability of not A is going to be 1 minus that 17 over 36. And the probability of A is 17 over 36. So when we do the math, I'm going to get, well, that would be what? A 19 over 36 over 17 over 36. As we simplify, we notice that they each have 36 on the bottom. So we can multiply this side by 36 and this side by 36 and end up with 19 over 17. And then we would write the answer as 19 to 17. So that's our answer. Now this next one says, when you bet the outcome is an even number, the payoffs are 1 to 1. All right. How much profit do you make if you bet $10 and win? Now remember, the amount of the winnings is net profit. So that's the bet, to amount bet. All right. So in this case, we have 1 to 1 times the 10. So that gives us, we win $10. All right. So how much profit should, you make on a $10 bet if you could somehow convince the casino to change the payoff odds so that they are the same as the actual odds against winning? All right. So against winning The odds were 19 to 17. All right. Okay, so this is our payoff scale. And so remember, it's A equals net profit to amount bet. So this is going to be our amount equal to the 19/17 times, so that's going to be uh, 190 over 17. Now, because we need money, we're going to do the calculator. So we're going to have 10 times the 19 over 17, the odds, because we're using that as our ratio. And we get this ridiculous number. Well, money's in two decimal places, so you would win 11 and 18 cents. So by making that arrangement of an improper fraction, you're going to earn a little bit more than it was even bet. So we're done with section 11. I'm sorry. I was thinking of what I just calculated for you. How silly am I? Sorry. Section 4.1. So I ask that you do your homework. Thank you for listening.